the very good thing about trading is that it actually forces you to be a better person. Because when you come into trading or when you start learning it, most people's minds are conditioned to the average mindset, right? No one knows how to manage risk. No one knows how to manage their money. No one knows how to manage their mind, their emotions. And what they do, they literally just fall victim to all the market's behaviors. They don't understand that the market is manipulated. They don't understand that it's rigged and set up, in the people who set it up's favour, not theirs. And then they just end up getting slapped about, and they end up losing all the money, and then they think it's not for them. And that's not actually the case. It's just a matter of that trading has been designed for people who understand how the human mind, how the human psychology and emotions actually work. And that's why most people lose, because they turn up to trading thinking, oh, I'll just make some money, I'll see how it goes, and then the market just goes, and then they're like, oh my god, this is so different than what I thought it was. Wow, this is not easy at all. Oh my god, why am I so stressed? Why am I this? And people just fall for that trap. So when you look at the actual reasoning of, you need... thank you very much.
Thank you, my friend.
Kupon cap.
Kupon cap.
Thank you.
Luke's over there. He probably will come here after. Thank you.
Like, if you look at it from a performance point of view, if you don't prepare to trade, if you don't get your mind, your body, and your spirit in check, then you not only will you just lose money, but you'll actually be emotionally manipulated as well. So the solution to that is developing yourself and developing your mind to a point where you can actually handle winning and losing in the market. Not just winning, because everyone wants to win, and when they win, euphoria kicks in, and then they think they can just do it again, and they forget that you have a trading plan, you have to stick to certain setups, to risk parameters, and that all goes out the window. So it literally works both ways. So the key to successful trading is you have to be at peace within yourself first. When you can be at peace within yourself first, then you can actually make better decisions in alignment to the market's behavior. Otherwise, you're just going to struggle. And the thing is, the struggle only exists in your mind. And when you overcome all that, the struggle just ceases to exist. And that's how you become a profitable trader over time.
And how do you become at peace with yourself?
You start with habits. Your ability to go to bed early is a commitment that you are willing to start the day off fresh, and you're willing to wake up earlier the next day to put the right things in place. So that's what I don't know what it is for me, but this is just what I learned along the way. I understand that trading is all performance based, and in order for you to be successful in trading, you need to be resting, right? So if you think about an athlete, right? If they go bed late and then they turn up to training late, and they have to do sprints, or they have to do, basketball, you have to hit 200 of them in a row or something, they ain't doing that, because they're performing at 50%, maybe 60%. So performance is literally being able to do the process from beginning to end successfully. So the first thing I would say to anyone, if you want to get into trading, if you want to develop your mindset, is go to bed early, wake up early, and start the day off fresh. Because if you wake up with the sun, you're waking up with what powers our earth, right? When our human body gets enough sun on a daily basis, it feels nourished, it feels rejuvenated, it feels energized to be able to actually perform. So go bed early, wake up early, stop eating shit, because eating shit is an uncontrolled, unconscious habit. That's what it is. Because you don't consciously think, oh, the body feels so great, I'm just going to eat some fucking Kit Kats and some Kinder Buenos, do you? You never think that. You only eat shit when your willpower is low, when you're lazy, and you're unconscious. There's a lack of awareness, because it's not even real food. It's packaged, it's processed, it's high full of sugar and corn syrup. So that's not going to fuel your body, is it? And then fitness, wellness, well-being. Like your body and your mind, your mind and your body is connected in one, right? It's the same thing. So whatever you feed your body, it's also going to affect your mind, and what you feed your mind is also going to affect your body. So, they say that it takes this amount of days to form a habit. There's no real right way how many days it takes. Like, you just do it until you get to a point where you don't have to think about it. That's when you get to unconscious competence, where your body knows it better than your mind, and you just flow with it. That's why trading takes so long, because there's so many different variables, so many different puzzles. I've been in it for 8 years. I'm still mastering it. I'm not an expert. I'm good at managing myself. That's why I've been able to progress. But everyone's brain learns at different pace and a different speed. So there's no right or wrong way to say this is how many days your habit will form, or this is when you'll become profitable. The only thing you got to do is take the leap of faith, trust and understand that this is possible. I am an example of possibility for anyone who is in doubt or in fear or is scared to take the leap. I was at a point where I was struggling, didn't have any money, didn't know anything about trading, and then learned everything I know now by myself and through all the information on the internet. And that's just how it all happens. It's all performance based. You need to be on job, you need to be on point. You can't be just smoking weed and going out and doing all these things that 99% of people do. And that's the other thing. Most people are not willing to let that go. They're not willing to sacrifice what it is that they want later, in comparison to what they want now. They'd rather want what they can have now, which is the easiest things, the instant gratification, the instant satisfaction, like indulging in shitty foods, like watching porn, like going out, like speaking to multiple women at the same time, and that just causes your brain to be distracted, and it actually pulls you away from what it is that you want to do. So last thing is sacrifice. If you're not willing to sacrifice that for what you want later, if you're not willing to sacrifice now what you're doing for what you want later down the line, then it's never going to happen. Because most people are waiting for the fucking fairy just to come down and change their life, and it just doesn't work like that. You have to literally go out there isn't actually go out in the physical world, but go out there and go to war with yourself, because you have to overcome beliefs, you have to overcome thinking patterns, you have to overcome your habits, your daily routine, how you think about yourself, how you think about others, how you treat yourself. And that's the process. Once you start going to work on each of these areas, you build your own character, you build your own confidence to the point where you can do something, rather than saying you're going to do something and then maybe doing it or hoping for the best. So that's why I would tell anyone, if they want to get into trading, if they want to get into anything, it's all the same thing. That's what people miss. They think like, to be an athlete or to be a businessman, to be a trader, it takes all these different things. Yes, in a way it does, because it's his own individual journey, but in reality it's discipline, commitment, sacrifice, patience, and just effort. And whatever's meant for you, it will just happen. It's just, the universe is so abundant that it just gives and gives and gives. But you have to give to it first by giving to yourself, and obviously, trying to help as many people in the process as you can. And that's the universal law of how things work. So you got to give to receive, because giving starts the receiving process. That's how it works.